Would you call this psychic experience?
So, like I mentioned, this is the animal hide that's gonna go under the brown leather. Again, the way I had to do this, maybe you can think of maybe the sewing of a steering wheel, but this is, similar. The idea is to make this strong and resistant to, all the movement or all the gripping and slinging around it. Now you can see I did had to add some tie downs on the ends of the leather so I can saw it in good. I mean, not saw it in, sewing it good, and make sure it attaches to the metal handle correctly. I also ended up putting leather glue under it, so the idea was to create it very solid. You can see now the thickness of the animal hide. Like I mentioned, I had to measure it, cut it, work it. This is just a sewing kit I bought online. Not the best thing in the world, but it's doing the job. Eventually I'm gonna have to make my own leather tools, crafting tools, but we'll get into that later. And yeah, also a little peek of what the final result. Also, the strips for the handle that we're gonna go for the brown side. Like I said, I also have some cow hide or animal hide for this tan color. This is a little thicker. Like I said, cut a piece out of the whole animal skin, making sure I get the right size length strips, and those are gonna get glued on top of the black leather in order to finish the replica as the drawing was showing. I mean, this is pretty much the easy part. I mean, the hard part is to lay it out and install it and glue it and make sure it sits strong and tight and it's gonna resist like I said, the idea is to make this item battle ready if it's ever required. If you have a different requirement, then we'll do that. Like I said, so I hand sew. I probably butchered this word, but I'm sorry. My primary language is Spanish, but oh well. So like I said, when I was sewing this, I was able to get it real tight. Like I said, there's also glue. You can see the glue on the left that I use, special leather crafting leather glue, just to minimize if there was any movement or maybe it will start spinning as you use it. It's a, like I said, leather nylon sewing thread that I'm using. So that's why I kind of hot cut it and glue it to the end for that. And like I said, it's solid, it's tight, it's, like I said, a nice good amount of plenty of strength. And like I said, that's my whole goal, making sure these things are gonna be able to withstand any kind of hard use for if they ever encounter battle or a dark creature. Also, well, like I said, the sewing part is gonna be on the back, so just for show off purposes. And just a little try there, trying to see. These are the strips that I cut. This is just a paper one, and there you go, guys. The replica Morningstar, it's complete, 100% completed with a 5,000 grit finish with animal hide leather as for the handle. And again, this item, I really don't know how many hours, I really don't know how much time it took me since it was off and on. Finally, all you guys that have been keeping track on the videos are seeing it finalized. Like I said, my idea is to create items that are impossible into reality. All this, every corner of it, it's a 5,000 grit polished finish. You can see just the reflection, the quality of the reflection of it. Just every piece, every round end, every single thing, it's amazingly polished to the highest luster you can get. You probably get higher, but it'll be probably unnecessary, and most people won't be able to pay for that. So as I mentioned, this project, it's also 100% pure stainless steel. The chain is stainless steel, as I went over it in an earlier video. The end, it's pure stainless steel. And let me tell you guys can see just the reflections around that piece at the end of the morning star. It is just amazing. Now it's actually harder just to manage to move it around, because it's really easy. It can be easily get scratched or damaged, or which it's not gonna happen, because this part will be saved very, very safely for the sale until the customer buys it. But like I said, even though it's not sharp at the ends, it has some kind of sharpness. So one of these things moving around, spinning around and throwing at somebody, it's gonna create a lot of damage. But again, they're designed to defeat dark creatures or things that want to hurt humans. I call it that. Just going around a little bit, you can see all those shine ends around the part, around the area. And like I said, I'm glad you guys are loving this. I'm loving it. I'm doing it for the glory, not for the money, but I would like to get some money in return. It'll be in my store. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next one. Thanks, everybody.